Hello everybody, this is Rockhound and welcome back to Feed the Beast. You can see really quick that I've made quite a bit of progress since the last episode. We have taken this, which was previously just a little cliff face that ended right here, and extended it out a little bit. I made a little... oh, I'm stuck. Made a little bit of an outcropping from the cliff face, and this is kind of the thing I'd like to do around here, is just build right into the side of the cliff to existing locations. You can see I also obviously got a jetpack, and I've made myself a diamond drill, bat pack, some rubber boots I should probably have on if I'm flying around, and a couple of these backpacks. I've got a miner's backpack and a digger's backpack. I also have a canvas bag I think Freezy threw at me. Got some, if you look at the previous episode, this was just a tiny little cave here. I've opened it up and added some machinery in there. I also have some barrels for our bulk supplies. Now I added these fences along the edges here after I had several unwanted visitors, from creepers to skeletons to all kinds of crazy stuff. We've got a pretty basic setup right now. Generator, geothermal generator into a bat box. The wiring goes behind into the macerator. I've got a hopper on top where I throw stuff. The macerator pumps out from the back. Can't see it very well, but I've got a redstone engine back there. It pumps out from the back up this pipe into the hopper that's on top of the furnace. Obviously stuff like coal dust can't burn, so it's just going to sit in the furnace, and I'll have to take it out manually. But most everything else that I'm running through there gets automatically smelted and pumped over into this iron chest here. So I've got a pretty good supply going. I've been doing a bit of mining. I think Freezy also gave me this uncrafting table. I haven't used it for anything yet, and I'm not even sure if you have to power it or what you do with it, but it's there. Got a project table set up with a lot of supplies in it. Helps out quite a bit with the machine creation. I've got a couple more barrels up there with lapis and redstone and nickelite. I've been spending quite a bit of time lighting up the surrounding area, and here is, I'll go ahead and grab this while I'm up here. I've got a little cactus farm up on the top. It was already had sand on it because the desert is right here. You can see there's that village and all of the sand around. Got a whole bunch of waypoints. I should probably turn those off before I record, but whatever. You can see Forte's place I found before is about 700 blocks in that direction. Oh, how is that for lag? You don't see that very often. There we go. Yeah, actually, let me shut those off. We'll leave that one on. Just okay, that's better. Less annoying to have all of that stuff gone. Give myself a marker to know how to place out the rest of these when I replace them. Come on. Okay. I do need to get myself some better armor, but I have had not a lot of luck finding diamonds. And I think I started saying this the last episode, and I never finished because I got distracted. Happens a lot. But I think all of the ores, especially like Thaumcraft, because there's just so many of those crystals around, I think they overwrite the natural ore spawning in the world, so I think a lot of the diamonds that are supposed to have spawned get overwritten. I know the guys are working on some Mistcraft books, and hopefully we'll get a Digger's Age set up soon, so that, and that's one of them that's, what do they call it? I have very little experience with that mod, but I think there's like, you can create a world that has, a lot of ores of all the types, different types in it. Dense ores, I think, is the world type. I'm on here with Vanny, otherwise I'd go sleep the night away. Oh, this is another thing that that I think Forte gave me. I think that's how you say his name. I haven't heard him say it. He gave me an item tesseract in this hungry chest, which is kind of cool because if you throw something on top, it gobbles it up. And I don't know. I don't have any experience with these item tesseracts. I don't know whether you have to do anything to pump the stuff out of it. Probably. I don't think it'll automatically fill this up, but they've got a couple different frequencies set up here. I'm not sure that's what Gold Knight's got going on, but we won't mess with that. But there's also one for free stone bricks and free glass. The stone bricks are what I use to build this first room onto the base here. So that was nice to have some free supplies. One of the benefits of playing on a multiplayer server. Okay, and then in the chest here I've got all the magic stuff. Bye, Vanny. You'll see I've got a pretty good supply of stuff that's starting to build up. And what I want to do this episode is get a place to put together all of our magic stuff. So I've got a machine room that started here, and whoa. Uh-oh. Oh, that was pretty intense. So, got a machine room started, and I would like to run with the thermal expansion machines pretty quick. So I'll probably do that. Oh, we're getting some serious lag all of a sudden. We'll give it a minute here to catch up. But you can see my experience bar there. I've got 30 levels, and I'd hate to lose it again because I was up to like 40 previously, and yeah, I died. I walked in. I don't know if you saw when I was looking at my waypoints. There's one I labeled Crazy Town because I was branch mining, and I popped out into a ravine right at the base of the ravine, and there were at least 5 or 6 creepers just standing there staring at me, and they immediately blew up and killed me. Thankfully, they didn't destroy my stuff. It was just the one explosion that got me, and the rest of the stuff didn't get destroyed, so I was able to get it back. Then I was exploring that, and it's at least 3, I think, more ravines all connected into this crazy maze. And I was on here earlier today, and I was asking, I was like, Are there creeper spawners turned on the server? Because it seemed like there must be a dungeon that was just pumping them out. Because I ran, after that initial 5 or 6 creepers, there were probably at least a dozen more that I found within a 50 block radius of that spot. It was just one after the other after the other. Let's see, I got some basalt, cobblestone. I got this stone brick. I don't really have a place picked out to build this yet, but I'm thinking somewhere out here. Oh, another thing I built, and another portal. Got in there, got some glowstone. I needed that for my jetpack. It's not linked up correctly into the nether, so I need to take some obsidian in there and get that linked up. I'll do that off camera. That's boring stuff. Would it be pretty cool? It'd be pretty cool to put some kind of a, I don't know if I want a wizard tower, some kind of magic room, something or the other up here on top of this weird little pillar. Yeah, let's do that, and let's make it out of this. There we go. That probably went into my diggers pack, yes. And I've got this set. You can set these to a different mode if you hold down Shift and right click. This is just the normal backpack. It'll automatically pick stuff up, but that's all it does. You can Shift and right click again. That is on, what's that one? I'm getting lag here, so I'm going through. Okay, so that's locked. That won't automatically pick up or supply anything, I don't believe. What's this one? This is receiving. I'm not sure what the difference between that and the normal mode is. But the resupplying is pretty cool, because if you have an item that's in the pack in your quick bar here, and you use it, as soon as you use it, the stack will be refilled from the bag. So that's really handy. All right, what do we want to do? Should we take this down? Should we just build on it, on top of this? Or should we build somewhere else? Let me look around. Oh, this is good. We can come back and swap these other blocks out at a later point. Let's see. That's kind of interesting. I am going to go ahead and do this. It's nice. Odd number setup. Yeah. What do we want to do? We'll make it a pretty small room. Oh, you know what? If we're going to do Thaumcraft in here, I probably should have left it the way it was to begin with and make it an even number, because it's one of the few things with these multi-blocks that it has. It really works well with an even number. Brunk. Well, that's an interesting shape. So let's go ahead and stick with that and just expand it out here a little bit as we go up. We'll come up with something cool looking, and I'm going to work on this a little bit off camera so you don't have to watch it the whole time, and I will be back in just a little bit. So I took a break from building for a minute because I'm almost out of this basalt cobblestone, and I thought I'd show you this. Let me get back so you can see a view of it. This volcano I've got, which is just about 200 blocks away from my base there. So I've got a pretty good supply of this basalt, and I'm thinking that this is going to be a pretty big source of lava for me here in a little while too. So that's going to be the plan, but I'm going to spend some time digging this up. And I hate to do this because it's really cool looking, but I'm building, so I need some supplies, and this is just going to have to be the way it is. So I'm going to gather a whole bunch of stuff and then go keep building. Okay, so I'm back over here at the base, and I've been working on this tower or chamber or room, whatever you want to call it, for a little while, and I'm trying to make it small at the base. You saw the shape that we started out with, and I'm expanding it as we go up, and I've done these 3 sides, and I thought I'd show you what I'm doing on this side just so you can see how I'm doing this. So at this level, I am just bumping it one out here, and then I go up and I expand out like so. And I'm probably wasting some bricks here. I could make part of this hollow, but it's starting to take shape, and it's I think we'll fly off to the side here in just a second and see what we end up with. But let's okay, so then if I go back, fill this in. Did I go all the way to that corner here? I think so. Oh, nope. And ideally this will end up with some usable space on the inside. I was messing with some of the Thaumcraft bricks down here. I think they're looking pretty awesome, perfect for a little wizard tower place. They've got kind of a nice animation on those, and here we'll go make a couple of those just in case you haven't seen that yet. But this is what this is looking like from out here so far. Not too bad. It'll get a little better, I think, once we go up some. Now I could smelt the cobblestone, I know, and make it or the basalt cobblestone, make it back into basalt. I think you may even be able to make steps with it. I like the look of the cobblestone, so I'm just gonna stick with that for now. It's got the kind of look that I want for this, so I'm happy with it. And using up some more of these stone bricks. This is how you make these. What do they call them? I will show you in just a minute. You put 4 of the zicoridite, which is you get from smelting the zirconium crystals, and you get blue zicoridite brick if you make a T shape with any type of stone bricks. These could be cracked, mossy, even the ones with the little circles in them. I would just do these because they're easy to get. Throw the Zycorodite on there, and you get the bricks. Pretty cool. And we'll just leave that in there for now. I've got lots of the blue smelting up. It looks like it's almost done. The blue zirconium, and then I've went ahead and threw the white in there too. And I thought we could make some white bricks and kind of put a cool floor pattern in here. But this is pretty nice looking stuff. I don't know if I'd build a whole house out of it, but for something like the floor of a wizard tower, pretty awesome. And I guess now with this latest edition that we have, I think there are some tanks and machines that you can build with this stuff too. I have not looked into that at all, so maybe in the future I'm going to be building some tanks for lava and stuff. I think you can build tanks with this for that kind of thing, but I'm not positive. I'm going to leave a where do we leave an opening? How about right here? We'll just leave both of those open. First couple floors done ish. I want to get a enchanting room set up really quick here. Let's go just 2. Okay, so you see what I'm doing. I'm going to expand this up, keep on going, adding the floors in as I go, and I will come back with you in just a minute. Okay, I'm back, and I think I was wrong. I'm not sure what I was saying about this smelting this basalt cobblestone down and back into basalt. I thought you could make steps and some other things out of this, but I don't believe you can. I've got the basalt here, and if you throw it in the let's see what the recipe thing says. So you can make some bricks, you can make these pavers, and if you use the you can make micro blocks with them. So I guess you could make steps that way, but that would be a big pain. I don't care for the micro blocks really. Might get into them more later, but it just seems like too much trouble. I think you can make some pretty cool looking stuff without messing with all those little itty bitty sticks and cubes. So what can you do with the basalt bricks? Anything? You can make a chiseled basalt brick. That's kind of cool. We could use those for something as a decoration. Let's make some of those. That'd be fun. I got some more of those Zycorodite bricks. Got some white. Have more blue. How did we do? How did they say do this? Just like that. Yeah, let's make them all into those. We've got a few pavers. All right. What I think I'm going to do though is take these stone bricks that I have and go ahead and make a bunch of stairs with those, and use that for the roofing. Here's what it looks like so far. I've got some rooms off the sides I'm going to put the roof on, and then we've got this taller central tower, pretty cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is a technique I used in my Let's Play world to give it a little bit more dimension. I'm going to double up that first row. Not like that, though. Come back. Okay, I got it. Right, now we can go out and over. Do we want to have that go over the edge? Yes. God dang it. You didn't even go, you didn't even... Alright. Like so, like so. Carry it on back, all the way back here. What is it doing that for? That's not where Let's take a look. What's that look like? Pretty cool. And now I might come back. This is not a bad look, but I kind of think it might look better with nether brick, so I might come back at some point in the future and replace these. And I think there's an easy way to do that using one of the items in Thaumcraft. I have not ever made one myself, but I think there's something you can use. This should work. I don't think there's a problem with this. What the heck's going on? What's that saying about a monkeys in a football? Alright, so we can't really do anything there, but it seems like I should be able to get these to match up better. There we go. Now, are these going to have a problem like they did a minute ago? Then chunk, perfect. That's what that looks like. And not too bad. Kind of a little weird up at the top, but I'm going to go ahead and put the roof on the rest of this, and then we'll set up our enchanting room, and we'll throw an enchantment on something. Okay, so here we go. Top floor of our wizard's tower here. We've got some cool flooring in, a little bit of light. We'll have to replace those torches with something more appropriate at a later point. Next floor, same kind of thing. Probably put in a couple windows here around the edge. And next floor down, all blue. Get the cool effect for the ceiling too. And then there's this little room here. Not sure, maybe storage or something. But, and this is not ideal, I realize, with the with just the way to get up and down like so, but it'll work for now. And there is one thing I want to do a little bit on the outside before we... Oh, jeez. Before we continue on. I need to get a bunch of books. I also want to get some smooth stone. I'm just going to go ahead and throw all of this stuff in here. That zirconium, I think I'm going to go ahead and put into this this chest. Now, I think if I shift right click, yeah, shift right click dumps the entire contents of the pack into whatever inventory you click on. Alright, so leave some of that in there. And what else do we want to do? Don't have much in the way of oak. Got plenty of this though. So let's go put some bookshelves back together. Oh, wait. Getting turned around. The one thing we also need, a couple of diamonds. And out of here. Nope. Of course we left it over here too. I was staring right at it and I missed seeing it. Need 4 or 5. I mined a whole bunch of obsidian because I'm going to want to set up a correctly location portal in the nether, and we're going to need some obsidian dust really soon. I also got those. Those will be fun. That should probably be plenty of books, but let's go ahead and let's make a bunch and use them primarily for decoration. Anything else? We'll move this whole chest of stuff over there in just a little while. And we've got our enchantment table. That's not nearly enough wood. I don't have a sawmill set up either to maximize that. That didn't seem to give me very much. I guess I didn't grab a whole stack. I wasn't thinking about just how much wood we were actually going to use. There we go. You know what? I'm not going to make all of those into bookcases because that would be crazy. But 32 is an awful lot. More than enough for what we need. And the way we're using or planning on using Mistcraft on the server, I haven't done. The only thing I've done is on a local world, played with creating different ages and jumping around a little bit, but it seemed to really lag my machine out, and so they want to avoid doing that on the server too. So I think there's Mistcraft villagers now. I need to get some more stone, but that's what I'm going to do with the stone. I'm going to just cover up the dirt, make this whole thing look like it's resting on stone, not dirt, because that would not be strong enough to support it. So I'll do that off camera. But let's see, where do we want to set up our library? Up here. This is kind of the main room, but unfortunately it's an even number. I realize it's not going to sit very well, but that's all right. It's not set up odd because I'm going to have the arcane infuser, which is a 2x2 block multi-block construction. There we go. I need some more bookcases soon, but, and I guess we'll just, I hate doing that, but I guess we'll just set it here. And we'll set it there. Make sure there's plenty of light. Now I don't think, this is what I wanted to find out. I'm not sure, can you enchant this? No, you can't. I think you can get books and put enchantments on the drill using books. But I've got this Thaumium pickaxe. It's only picking up, it's not picking up anything here. That's unfortunate. It makes sense that it's not. I was hoping it would get enough from these other books up here, but I guess it's only seeing at this level. How many more do we need? If I put this up here, can it see that? Not really. Well, that's weird. Why did it do that? 26. This is starting to look a little bit more like a pile of books in the corner of a study room, which is okay, instead of a library. So we'll just go with that. It's just a big pile of books. Pile of bookshelves here. And we got, oh. Well, that's kind of a bummer. I thought these Thaumium pickaxes were supposed to be able to take loads of really awesome enchantments. Apparently, if they can, I'm just not very lucky. Alright, so we've got our book area there with our enchantment table. And we need to set up some other stuff. Do we have? I don't think I have any ink yet. Or feathers for that matter. So we're going to have to wait to set up some more of that Thaumcraft stuff at a later date. I wanted to get that set up today. Maybe I can go. Let me go hunt some stuff really quick. Okay, I did say we were going to try to do some Thaumcraft stuff today, because that was the whole point in building this anyway. There it is up there. So let's get just a couple basic things knocked out here before the end of the episode. First of all, we need a wand, and I believe that ought to do it. Simple little wand. Doesn't hold much. V, I think is how that's pronounced. This, whatever you want to call it. And now let me let it charge up. And if I smack this bookshelf, we get our Thaumcraft. Tells us all about all the stuff we can do. So let's go. Oh, I need one more table. Tables are really easy. You just need some wooden slabs, 3 across, with 2 wooden planks either side and the bottom. You get a table. Now I've got 3. Let's go here and do something with these. How's my jetpack's fine. Let's see, we've got that stuff in there. Let's do most of our Thaumcraft work on this floor right here. Okay, so let's pick one of these little alcoves here and throw down a couple tables. And what I'm going to do now is grab my scribing tools. I made these. I went out and collected some ink sacks and some feathers. I used up the feathers. What else did I make? Don't remember. Made scribing tools, and that's really simple to do. Here's the recipe. You need glass bottle, ink sac, feather. Get scribing tools. Click on those 2 tables with scribing tools, and it turns into your research table, I believe is what it's called. There's no title across the top. If you haven't seen that before, paper goes in this slot. You throw whatever you want to study into one of these slots here. Typically you only just use one slot actually, and you've got the different aspects on each thing. If you hold down shift as you're putting your mouse over it, you can see they've got different things on them. Those all can be applied to research, to study different theories and learn about cool Thaumcraft devices and stuff that you can make. And you can read all about that in that Thaumcraft. I can say it. But you, yeah, here's the research table. Tells you how to do it. Tells you all about it. And I need to get a crucible too. Some other stuff. But we also need one of these deals. I'll throw that there. And if I click on it with the wand, now it is an arcane crafting table. You can use this just like a normal crafting table. But if you have anything Thaumcraft specific that you need to craft with one of these, it's got this little slot down here in the bottom right that holds a wand, and you can make a number of different wands. You can actually just upgrade this wand of the apprentice to hold more vis while you're doing stuff. So pretty cool stuff. We'll see what we can find. We'll do a bunch of research. I probably won't show that because it's kind of boring. It's a lot of grinding. But you see each of these things has, I think those are aspects, is what that's called. And when you have it in the research table, it'll tell you what each of those symbols means. And some things, that's from a different mod, that type of wood, so that doesn't have anything on it. That's why I'm not getting anything on that. Almost everything has a little something on it, and you have to. The idea is to find what's basically the cheapest for a particular aspect that that you can use in order to research. I think they're called aspects. Let me see. Aspects, yes. Okay. Lots of cool stuff. And we are on our way. Should I put some steps there? Yeah, just jump up. It's fine. Plenty of room to work here. Places to store stuff. I think we've got a nice little setup here. So I'm going to call that an episode. And thanks for watching. I will see you next time.